Hi again. Welcome to another lecture on C programming. So this is the second part of lecture video how to think a logic of any program. So here we will discuss the remaining programming problems. That is, we will talk about Fibonacci series and also problem related with Fibonacci series. That means how can you just print the nth Fibonacci number, how can you print the Fibonacci series, and also we will see the reverse number problem. Okay, so let's start. So first we have to open Visual Studio Code, guys. So here this is our VS Code. So we will just first write a file name as Fibonacci. Okay, Fibonacci dot C. So where we're going to discuss different kind of Fibonacci problems. So first we have to understand what is a Fibonacci number, what is a Fibonacci series. So a Fibonacci number is basically the sum of their previous two numbers. Okay, suppose we have to find f of n, that is the nth Fibonacci numbers. So we will add the previous two number, that means f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus of 2. So that is basically our Fibonacci number. So now what is Fibonacci sequence or series, you can ask me. Okay, so here so you can see that we have to add each time the previous two numbers. Suppose we have a number, first number is 0 and the second number is 1. So what is the next number? That means the sum of previous two number. When we're going to add 0 and 1, it will give you 1. Again, what is the next number? That is 1 plus 1, 2. Same way, 1 plus 2 plus 1, that is 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 5, 13. And 13 plus 8, 21. And so on. So this is basically our Fibonacci series. So what are the problems basically comes with this Fibonacci number? First question is that we have to print this Fibonacci series, and another question is that we have to find nth Fibonacci number. Suppose this is like 0 is a 0th Fibonacci number. So what is the nth Fibonacci number? That means this is your first Fibonacci number 1, this is your second Fibonacci number, so 2 is a third Fibonacci number, or 3 is a fourth Fibonacci number. So in this way 6 Fibonacci number is 8. So there are two kind of problems. So our problem number 1 is that print Fibonacci series. Okay, that is the first programming problem. Now since we have to print a first Fibonacci series, so what we will do, we will just use a for loop, and each and every time we will find the next Fibonacci number and we will print that. What is the logic of a next Fibonacci number? So you can see here. So when you're gonna add, that means if you want to find f2, that is the third Fibonacci number, or you can say that second Fibonacci number, if you will start from 0, that means it is sum of f1 plus f of 0. If you want to find f3, so it is nothing but it is sum of f2 plus f1. So here you can see that this is your first Fibonacci number and this is your second Fibonacci number, that is f1. Or you can say that the 0th Fibonacci number and this is your first Fibonacci number. But here for the next Fibonacci number, if you call it f of next, that is the next Fibonacci number. So the previous next Fibonacci number, f of previous next, y, which will become basically the next Fibonacci number, plus that value, that is your f1. So here f1 behave as f0 and f of p next basically nothing but it is f of 2. So every time what we will do, we will just update the value of f of 0 by value of f of 1 and value of f of 1 by value of f of 2, and we just calculate f of next is equal to f of 0 plus of f of 1, and we will just print this value each time. Okay, and we will get our next Fibonacci number. So here we will start from our header file. Okay, so since we didn't need to use any extra file, so we will just add hatch include ht.h, and then our main function, and here we will just use a variable. Okay, since here we want to print first the series of Fibonacci series. Okay, so you're gonna just ask me up to which number. Okay, so here I'm just gonna put a variable n, and n is equal to 0. Okay, and suppose we have a f of 0, that is a zeroth Fibonacci number, that is 0, and f of 1, that is 1, that is 0 plus 1, that is 1. So here the next Fibonacci number becomes 1. So, and a next variable, that is f of next, we really want to find, we just put the value 0 there. Okay, so that is our variable, and here we can just ask from the user, enter the, sorry, what is that? Okay, enter the value of n. Okay, and you know, just put that value inside this scanf. We just take this input from this scanf function, and here n, and thus a semicolon, guys. Okay, and now suppose he enters the value 0. So if n is equal to 0, that means a zeroth Fibonacci number. If n is equal to 1, that means the first Fibonacci number. So here we're going to just write a condition. If value of n is less than equal to 1, that means that value is basically nothing but the first Fibonacci number. So here we're going to just print that value. Okay, so that is, we're going to just print a %d comma n. Okay, suppose he enters value 2. Okay, so suppose he enters value 2, that means this condition will false. Okay, so it will not print the previous 2 Fibonacci number. So here what we're gonna do, we just omit this condition. Okay, and since we have to print the whole Fibonacci series, so we're gonna first print the previous 2 number in this way. That means f of 0 comma f of 1, and now we're going to start a for loop from I is equal to 2. Okay, so where we will check, that means the value should be less than n. Why? Because we have started from the 0th number. So if the value of n is equal to 3, so that is basically our fourth Fibonacci number. Okay, so we have a value like 0. So 0 is basically a first Fibonacci number if the n is an integer. So we're gonna say here a 0th Fibonacci number. So same way, that is 1, and again that is second Fibonacci number. So we're gonna just take a condition up to n minus 1, and here plus plus I, or I plus plus, anything you want to write. So here f of next is nothing but we will use this logic. We're going to add first the previous 2 number that we have. So it is f of 0, and we're going to add with f of 1. So here we will print just a next value. So here, what is the next value? It is printf %d, that is f of next. And now what is the next logic? We will update the value, that is f of 0 as f of 1 and f of 1 as f of 2. So here f of 0 is nothing but the next value, that is f of 1. And now f of 1 will update as f of 2. So guys, this is our the sorry okay, so here uh, f of basically the next number, so not f of 2, it is basically the sum of previous two numbers, that is f of next. So here f of 0 will update as f of 1 and f of 1 will update as f of next. Okay, so this is basically f of 2 for this time. So here I'm just going to write return 0. So this is a program of Fibonacci series, guys. So I'm just going to save this C program and run this. Okay, so here return 0. Okay, now everything is fine. Okay, so suppose we want to find the 5 Fibonacci numbers, so I'm just going to enter 5. So here that is 0 1 1 2 3. Okay, so we have to print a space here, so don't worry about that. So I'm just gonna write here space. So it was okay. Now save this C program. So again I'm gonna run this C program. Suppose we have to find 10th total number of Fibonacci number, 10 Fibonacci number. So this is your first Fibonacci number, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you're gonna see that. So this is our Fibonacci series, guys. But suppose if someone asks us print nth Fibonacci number, okay, so how can we print that? Okay, so here we will find our second question. So our second problem is, okay, here I'm going to write print nth Fibonacci number, nth Fibonacci number. So we have print the Fibonacci series here, so we will just use this concept to print nth Fibonacci number. And here we have started from 0th index, so this is 0th Fibonacci number, and this is first Fibonacci number, this is second Fibonacci number. So in some problem it will start from 1 and it will start from 0. So we just take this 0 and also we will say this is a 0th Fibonacci number. So that means if you're gonna someone gonna ask me what is the third Fibonacci number, so you have to start from 0 1 2 3. So that is the third Fibonacci number, so don't worry about that. So I'm just start the value, index value here from 0. Okay, so here, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna first check the condition if that value, since we use that index from 0, so if the value of n is 0, that means that Fibonacci number. Okay, so printf %d, and here the value is n. Why? Because we have started the index from 0, and if that value is like 1, that means also this is the first value. Okay, so if you will start the index value from 1, so it is the second value, but we have started the index value from 0. So if you talk about what is the index value, so this is your 0th number, that means this is your first number, this is your second number, this is your third number, this is your fourth number, this is your fifth number, it is your sixth number, okay, seventh number, and this is your eighth number. So we have started the index value from 0. Okay, if we will start the index value from 1, so 21 becomes the ninth number. Okay, so why? Because it will, okay, so here you can see that. So why I'm just gonna write here, if a value of n is less than is equal to 1, so it will print the value as it. Now we're gonna just check from I is equal to 2. Why? Because here you can see that you have already find 0th number and the first number, so we will find for second number and also less than is equal to n, because nth number is something that number, because we have already started the index value from 0. So if you're gonna ask me 7th number, so it will be this 13. Okay, so why? Also we have started from 0. So here now we have to print that next value. So why we gonna just print that value here? Printf %d and the next. Okay, and just write here a semicolon. It is nothing but f of next. Okay, again save this. So here it will print the nth Fibonacci number. So here, okay, so we will just run this C program. Just save this C program, run this. So just gonna find a 7th Fibonacci number. So it is 13. If we're gonna find 8th Fibonacci number, it is 21. If you're gonna find a 5th Fibonacci number, it is 5. Suppose we're gonna find 10th Fibonacci number, it is 55. So 5th Fibonacci number is 5. Why? Because here you can see that we have also started the index value from 0. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5th is 5th, and 7th is 13, and 8 is 21. Also you can change the index value. Suppose if you have started the index value from 1, okay, that means the first Fibonacci number is 0 and second is 1. So here what you have to do, just write here like uh, if n value is less than is equal to 1. So since the number is greater than okay, so since it is the first number, so the n value will never become less than 1. Okay, so here if the value of n is 1, that means it is 0. If the value of n is 2, that means 1. So here I'm just going to write for 2 it is 1. Okay, so 1 it becomes 2, and here just gonna write n minus of 1. Okay, so and here we're gonna start from 3. That means the first value is 0, the second value is 2, and the third value is that previous 2 value, and so on. Okay, and here also you can write f of 0 as f of 1 and f of 1 as f of 2, and just replace this value like f of 1 and the next value, that is f of 2, the first Fibonacci number and the second Fibonacci number. Okay, so f of 2 here, that means f of 1, sorry, it will become the next Fibonacci number, and f of 2 becomes the f of next. Now it's time to understand is that condition is correct. Okay, so we have to really find that next number. So that means if you're gonna find a 7th Fibonacci number, so we have to just find from that. So suppose if I is equal to 3, so this iteration has started from 3, and here if suppose n value is 4, so it will print the value here. Okay, so it will check from 3 and it will calculate the next value. So here I value is 3. Okay, so it will calculate here f of next, that is the third Fibonacci number, because we have already calculated first and second. Okay, so after that it will check the condition, and the value of I becomes 4, and it is will check the fourth Fibonacci number. So the condition is right. So again just save this C program and run this. And here, okay, so I'm just gonna compilation error it. Okay, don't worry about that. So here int I is equal to 3 and I less than n. Okay, everything is right here, don't worry about that. So now I'm just gonna again check where is any compilation error. So just save this C program and run this. Okay, it is fine right now. So here I'm just gonna again write 8th Fibonacci number. So it is 13, not 21, because we have started the index value from 1. Suppose we want to print the 11th Fibonacci number, so it is 55, and it was previously the 10th Fibonacci number. So hope you understand what is the change due to some index value. So if you will start the index value from 1, so the 8 Fibonacci number becomes 13. If we will start the index value from 0, at the 8 Fibonacci number becomes 21. So depending upon in which index value you have to choose, so you can change your program. So this is all about the Fibonacci series, guys. And also when you will see functions, then you can see that you can solve this problem using functions. And when you will see recursion, that is very important. And also we're going to see that how can we solve this problem using recursion. And also in data structures and algorithms, when we're going to talk about dynamic programming, also you can see that how can you solve this problem. So this is the basic concepts about Fibonacci series. And now we're going to just talk about our next programming problem. Okay, so here we're going to just add a file name, that is reverse digit or reverse number. This is digits of number. Okay, .c. So this is our new file name. So here, what is the programming statement? That is a problem statement, guys. So you can see that suppose we have a number like 4, 5, 6, 7. So what is our desirable output? That is 7, 5, 6, 4. So this is the reverse number of uh, uh, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7. Okay, so that is basically our problem. So we have to reverse the number. Okay, so here you can see that how can you reverse the number? Suppose you have, okay, so suppose we have 23. So what is the reverse of 23? So it is 32. Okay, so 32 is a number. That is okay. So if you want to print that value in reverse order, how can we print that? So each and every time we have to know each and every digit. So in 23 we have 2 digit, but when you see that 23, it is nothing but is 20 plus 3. Okay, so the 23 is 20 plus 3. So also if you count each and every single digit, so you have to also understand the place value of each and every number. So here 4, 5, 6, 7 is nothing but it is the place value of 4 is here 1000. Okay, so this is 4000 plus 500 plus 60 and plus 7. Okay, and when you want to change these numbers, so it will become 7000. Okay, and sorry, this is not a reverse of this number. 765, that is 7000, and we're gonna add 600. Okay, and plus 50 plus 4. So here you can see that if you reverse the number, the place value of number is also changed. So 32 is 30 plus 2. So how can you reverse this number? So we have to uh, uh, reverse the number by each and every digit. Okay, so we will just calculate the place value of each and every digit, and after that we will reverse it. So it is quite simple that how can you get the last digit of a number. Okay, so here in 23, so in this problem, see in 23 you can see that we have the last digit, that is 3. Okay, and we're gonna just find that 3 in this 32. Okay, so if you want to write 32, we have to first find 3. So how can you get that 3 from this 23 number? So if you divide any number, okay, so if you divide any number, suppose we have 23, and if you divide any number by 10. Okay, so if you divide any number by 10, then what is the remainder? That is basically the last digit. And here we have a special operator, okay, in C programming for remainder, that is a mod operator, guys. Already I have discussed about mod operator. so it is mod operator. Okay, so mod operator, sorry, this is mod operator, so it will give you reminder. So here if you divide 23 by 10, it will give you the value 3. And here what you're gonna do, since you have to find 32, so 32 is nothing but it is 30 plus 2. So how can you get 32? So if you have 3, so for you have to find 32. So for that you have to multiply 3 with 10, then you will get the 30. Okay, and now we have to add 23. That means you have to also find this number, that is 2. So you have already find 23, 2. So how can you get 2 from this 23? So if you divide the number by 10, it will also give the value, that is this value, this 2. Okay, and so here 23 by 10 it will give you, if you this division is integer division, it will give you the value 2. And again you will do the same process like 2 mod 10, obviously it will give you 2. So now you have already multiplied this value with 10. So again here we have a number 2, and it will add in this value, that is 32. So it will give you 32. So in this way we will solve this problem. So it is very easy, it is not that much difficult. So how can we calculate it? So first of all, we have to find every time. Okay, so this is a process, and so here so here we have different kind of variables. So just write our C program and you can understand it better. So first I'm going to write a header file. Okay, h2.h, and it is this. And now main function. Okay, sorry. Okay, our main function, and here here I'm just gonna take a number. It basically the number you want to reverse, and also a reminder value. So what is the initial value of a reminder? That is 0. So here also we have take another variable, that is a reverse number. So you can write here rev num, and it is also 0. So you're gonna ask me why this is 0. So here in this problem I'm just gonna delete this first, since you want to reverse the number. So every time you have to find the last digit. Okay, so here uh, suppose initial value of reverse number is 0. So first you divide the number 23. Okay, so you just divide the number by 23. So and you want to find a reminder. So I'm just gonna find a reminder, that is 3. Okay, so this is our reminder. And now what you have to do, you have to just write your reverse number. Okay, and at the first way, the first time, what you have to do, your reverse number is not calculated yet, so you're just gonna multiply your reverse number, that is your previous reverse number, into what, into 10, and you're gonna add the remainder. Okay, so here the remainder is 3. Why I'm gonna just add the reverse number with 10? Because you can see that if this reverse number is 0 here first time, then this remainder, that is 3, becomes a reverse number. Okay, so initially this reverse number was 0, and but after first iteration it will become the value reminder. So this part, that reverse number is equal to 10 equal to 0, and here you basically store the reminder, that is 23 mod 10. So it is nothing but it is the value 3. Okay, it is the value 3. So here, and this value becomes 0 if you multiply with 10. So why you multiply with 10? Because for the next time, so here the value of reverse number is 3, and now again you have to find the next value of reminder. Okay, so also you just divide the number 23 by 10 to reduce it, so it will give you 2. So where you have to find each time uh, lesser number. Okay, so you just delete this digit. Okay, so now it will give you 2, and when you just mod 2 with 10 it will give you the value 2. And here the reverse number was 3 previously, so it will multiply as 3, and you just replace the remainder with 2, so now it is 32. So that is basically the whole process, guys. So I'm just gonna comment this again. Okay, so why I'm just gonna write here a reverse number. And also you can see that each time we divide the number by 10, so each time we have to divide the number by 10, so where we will stop? Suppose if you divide the number by 10 it will give you 0. Okay, so there you have to stop. So here I'm just using a while loop where it will ask that number should be greater than 0. Why? Because suppose if you still, because here when you divide the number 23 by 10 it will give you 2, and where you just divide the number 2 by 10 it will give you 0. Again you divide the number 0 by 10 it will again give you 0. So here every time we will get the value 0, so we have to stop this. So why? We will just use this condition while num is equal to greater than 0. And now what do you have to do? Already I've discussed about, we have to first calculate a reminder. Reminder is nothing but we will just mod the number by 10. Okay, so that means it will give the reminder value, and here we will calculate the reverse num value. So the reverse number value, so it will nothing but we just uh, calculate it and multiply it with 10, and we will just add the remainder. Okay, so here we will reduce the number num is equal to num by what? 10. So here it will reduce the number 10, and we will just calculated our reverse number. So just write here printf percent %d. Okay, so here is going to write a reverse number. Okay, and also you can see that number is equal to %d, and here we have a rev num. Okay, that is our reverse number. I'm just put a semicolon and also here a return 0. So here a reverse number is equal to %d, that is rev num. Okay, so you will just find that this number num becomes 0, and you will get the reverse number. Okay, so here I'm just gonna save this C program. Okay, and here we have to ask from the user. Okay, enter the value of num, and it is scanf %d, and we just take the input using scanf. Okay, and just put a semicolon, control S, and just run this C program. So enter the value of num. So I'm just going to enter the value, that is 1 2 3 4. So reverse number is 4321. So this is all our program. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask enter the value of num. It is like 4563. So reverse number is 3654. So hello, sorry. So here you can see that reverse of 1 to 3 is 3 to 1. So you just find a number, the reverse of that number. Also, you gonna use this concept to check another program, that is number is palindrome or not. So what is basically a palindrome number? If you just reverse a number, suppose we have a number like 1 to 1, and so and you just reverse a number 1 to 1, it will give you 121. So it is your palindrome number, guys. So this is also another problem, so which will we can see that easily. So if you just reverse a number, and here also you can see that if your reverse number is equal to your previous number, because when you reverse 23 it will give you 32, so it is not a palindrome number. But if it's 11, so reverse of 11 is 11. So here I'm just gonna mention another variable, that is num2, and here and just put this value as num1. And why I'm just writing here num2 is equal to, okay, so I've already declared. And if you declare the variable, just put some value inside it, it is better to use. So here just put num2 as equal to num1. Okay, so here you can see that is num1, every value is num1, and this is also num1. So here you can see that we just store this num1 inside this num2. Why? Because after this iteration num1 becomes 0. So here we have to just check the number is palindrome or not. So what we will do, we will just check if your reverse number, okay, just put tab equal to, and just put num tab. Okay, so if your reverse number is equal to num2, that means printf it is a palindrome number. Okay, so %d is a palindrome number. So what is %d? %d is here, I put a new line character, is num2. Okay, in the else part you're gonna write okay, also just write the block. It is better to write, but we don't need to write because it is a single line only. So %d is not a reverse number. Okay, so here %d is not a reverse number. Also you have learned another program. Okay, and simply %d is not a palindrome number. Okay, so here you're gonna see that this is your program. Which program is this? Check whether number or not, palindrome or not. Okay, so if you find the reverse of a number, also you can improve that. You also can write that to check the if number is palindrome or not. So 11 is a palindrome number. Why? Because if you reverse the number 11, it will give you 11. If you're gonna ask me 33 is a palindrome, yes. If you reverse 33, it will give you 33. So just save this C program and again run this. So enter the value of n, our favorite number 121. So 121 is a palindrome number. Again, I'm just ask it 543 and 45. Just reverse this number, so it is a palindrome number. Again, I'm gonna ask it 10, so it is not a palindrome number. 345, it is not a palindrome number. So this is all about the today's lecture, guys. Here you have learned how can you think logic of any program. So in the next video, we're going to talk about functions and also we will discuss about recursions, very important concepts. So just connect with us. And if you like the video on C programming, so please do subscribe the channel and share the video with your friends. And also, if you really want to contact me, so just write an email with cyberacademy@gmail.com. Again, thank you and keep learning.